Guys, welcome back to another edition of Tetanus Shop, where we're going to take the Jeep that we rescued on a video a couple whiles back and drag out that trailer that's buried back there. Very important reason why I wanted to use the Jeep for this job. It's sitting in front of the trailer. So let's get hooked up and see if we can't winch that old trailer out of the weeds. Trailer, I'm going to take the tow strap. You videoing my plan? That's okay. We got to have a plan, right? So I'm going to take and hook the tow strap on the trailer, wrap it around the back bumper of the Jeep, and pull it out. It's hard to find good help. It's in neutral. Cold-natured.
Glad we're not in a hurry.
Same. It's not getting dark or nothing. That didn't sound good. That don't sound good. On video. I think I might have pumped the gas one too many 1,000 times. Okay. See if we can get something to help. Had to get the booster pack. Don't make fun of how small it is. It's mighty. If you guys don't have one of these, I'm a firm believer in that right there. All you do is you plug in your adapter, you're ready to go. Well, for crying in the mud, get on there. Hard to find good equipment. Okay. There's the booster pack. Don't let my bag fly away. Yep, that looks flooded. Let's flood it some more. Oh my, that's way too much. Perfect! That really was too much. If it starts on that, it's gonna make it. Hashtag old stuff. Check it. That's heavier than it looks. Oh. I should need this. So we're just going to finish trying to get this junk off the trailer, and we'll get back with you here in a minute. I mean, that's not working too bad. The cat don't think it worked very good though. You see it was under the trailer and it like took off. I can't blow my back completely out. You know what probably would have made more sense? Turn it around and actually hook the hitch on and pull it out.
Yeah.
Huh. New plan. Okay. Probably not the right size ball, but it'll be alright for what we're doing. Let's see. Definitely not the right size. We'll put that on for weight. Alright, see if we can get this thing out of here. So it's now like 2 weeks later since we filmed that pulling the trailer out with the Jeep. And the real reason behind digging the trailer out was so we could haul this. This is my 1971, I believe is what I found. Simplicity 3112H model. H for being hydrostatic. Someone has engine swapped this at one point or another, and the engine that's on it, I believe is a 16 horse. Let's see if we can't get you guys in on the serial number to show. So it's a model, well anyways, I think it's a 16 horse V-twin. The original engine would have been a 12 horse Kohler. And it was like this when I bought it. The hood is just sitting on it. I actually mowed with this thing solid for a couple years. But the flywheel on the with the magneto, where the magneto rides on the flywheel, has rusted up from setting out. Fortunately, I never had a place to put it in. So the flywheel rusted up. If you guys can see down in there, it's just nasty. Yeah, there's a little better shot. Tank's just full of rust, but it's still savable. So we're gonna throw some gravel down in there, or you can put marbles or what? There we go. Sometimes you just gotta growl at them. But you can throw rocks, marbles, and everything's in there. Throw you a little bit of gasoline, or I always use just a touch of gas or something to help break that rust up. Here's a picture of the back side of it. It's got the brackets and things for Simplicity, their form of lift. Right here is your forward and reverse hydrostatic. We've got several holes in the deck that we got to address, but we got to get the thing fired back up first, and see if we can't make it run again. So I need it real bad. It's with that big thick heavy duty mower deck. See if we can get you a better shot. There's some more of that rust we gotta fix. How deep that mower deck is. These things mow really nice. This tractor mows really nice. It'd be nice for that property that I bought for mowing long sides of the driveway and things. It's just a bigger, heavier duty tractor without knowing really what's there. We've bush hogged it, but just to get it down a little closer on places. Now, part of the reason why the grill is laying on the seat is it won't bolt up for the engine. And the engine's not necessarily in the way, and though the shaft comes out, it'd be the back side on this tractor, front side of the motor, is actually couples back here to the hydrostat. Can't see that real well. But the grill is factory where the shaft would stick through. So the engine itself is not a problem, it's the exhaust pipes. And when I bought it, it just had the muffler screwed right on the front. I had since, a couple years ago, me and a guy I work with made these 90-degree elbows to try to get them out, but they're still too thick right here. This comes off too far. So what I'm hoping to maybe do is we cut and weld it here, but if we can turn this down, maybe shoot it back a little bit more and thin out to get around the sides of the grill right there, then maybe we can get our grill bolted back on. And we definitely want to do that because I'd like to repaint this little tractor. These things are getting kind of hard to find. It is a nice tractor. It's straight. The sheet metal's not all beat up or banged up or cut up. We just got that deck with the rust in it. But this is really the real reason why we dug that trailer out. I mean, we could have used the big trailer, but it was just funner to dig out an old, small, abandoned trailer to get it hauled with. Because what we're going to do is we're actually going to haul it to Jake's house and work on it in his garage. Where I live right now, we don't have a space inside to work on it. So let's tear this thing, let's get this thing loaded up and get it to Jake's and see if we can't finish getting it tore down and see if we can get this thing popped back off again. That burger's a lot heavier than it looks. Ask us how we know. Well, the rig held together. I do got a little secret though. It's only 3 miles between me and Jake. That was painful. Actually, it wasn't that bad. We just kind of unstrapped it and pushed it off and watched it go. It's unloaded. Hi, Herbie. Shoved Herbie off in the corner.
A little packed at the moment, but
we
got room.
Packed full of projects. So we got the Simplicity getting ready to go, and we also have Jake's case 446 there in front of it. He's needing it real bad because him and his wife are on a pumpkin patch. So it's going to work a pumpkin patch this year. So what I'll do is I'll turn you around here and I'll let Jake give you the overview of it. We're going to call it quits for the night, basically, is what's happening. We're going to have to come back out here again another night. We're like you fellers. We got the weekends and the evenings to work on this stuff. And, well, it's evening and it's dinner time. And
we're hungry.
I'm not missing dinner time. I'm just here to tell you. We hungry. So let me turn this camera around here a little bit and I'll let Jake introduce you guys to his case 446.
Alright guys, so this is a 75 case 446 that will become a Spirit of 76. They did that in 76 as kind of a promotional. If anybody's seen the Big Red, White, Blue, the 1570s that they did in 76, they also made miniatures out of these, which is what I'd like to go with this because Dad has the Spirit of 76 1570 and I'd like to have the matching smaller version. It does have hydraulics on the back. It's got 3-point hitch. Hydraulic cylinders leaking, but the hydraulics do work. I got this tractor running about 2 years ago, and I actually just got it rerunning again this year. Biggest problem is starter started going out on it. It limps you by, but it's got atrocious wiring on it right now. And I haven't made it any better because what wiring I did, it's all red wire, so you don't know what's what. So me and Dusty's gonna redo the wiring. He's got a whole rolls of wire here so we can actually do the right thing. And then you got to figure out the charging system on it. The wires are coming up from the stator, but they're just kind of hacked off. So I've got a, what do they call it?
Wiring
resistor,
diagram?
like a little resistor deal that they would go through.
This is the Onan twin cylinder, isn't it?
Yes, Onan 12, or no, it's a 16 horse twin cylinder.
Right, that's what I said, twin cylinder. I mean.
So yeah, I got to figure out the wiring as far as getting it to charge, because right now it'll run. It's got a junk battery in it, but as long as you got it hooked up to good juice, it'll run. So I'd like to get the wiring figured out on that and get it charging on its own, so that way I don't have to worry about keeping a good battery around. So that's kind of the breakdown of it. So like I said, it does run. But we got to replace all the fuel line on it. I fixed one spot, another spot would leak, so we're just going to do away with all of it and start new. And then do the wiring on it and hopefully get this thing going. And then whenever we get it running good enough and everything's situated, then I might attack the starter if it's still giving me issues. So that's kind of the breakdown on it. So kind of see what's going on with it.
So guys, what we're saying is the shop is going from old cars for just a little bit to old lawn tractors. Because what better time to work on your springtime stuff than in the wintertime? It's a matter of a half-two case, and hopefully you guys like to see some lawn tractors. Hopefully you guys enjoy the antique lawn tractors. Anybody can go to Lowe's or John Deere, Tractor Supply, or whatever, and go buy them a brand new one. But guys, we are all about saving the old here, and we got the 1971 Simplicity, 1975 case, and I've also got, he's got the 446, and I have the 444, which if you guys watch the project year review that I done there at the beginning of the year, you could see, sorry about the finger in the lens, you could see that 444B showed. So we're going to get on it too eventually, but we're not worried about it right now. It's not half-two case, but I do need the Simplicity. He needs the 446. So we're going to get these running while the weather's crappy and it's cold, and well, today it's not cold. It was February 71. And it was 71 degrees in February and sunshine, and so that was nice. That's why we're taking advantage of today.
But we promise there is old cars still yet to come to the channel. Right now we're just kind of focusing on these little guys because these are the winter and spring projects. We've got a lot of stuff coming up for the new year. One of the things that's actually still down at the pumpkin patch is Jessie's has she's got a 65 C20. It's got the granny low 4-speed, and it's got the 283 in it, and that thing hollers. But it needs brake work. They're hanging terrible, and we've got to get the alternator bracket and alternator situated on it and get a belt put on it. Otherwise, it runs system, great. Cooling. Get the belt put on, and they should work okay. It's got good antifreeze in it, so that's coming up. We got to get that thing moved around for the patch, because what better truck to use on a patch than an old Chevy truck?
How many of you guys would like to see a project build on a 69 Dodge Charger? Because lurking back there beside the 69 Firebird is my 1969 Dodge Charger.
I would like to see that build.
That is something else that we're going to get back on. We've not worked on it. The last day I worked on it was August of 2017.
Has it been that long ago?
It's been 5 years, and all we've done is move the car around. So, guys, we're going to get back on it. But that's enough talking. That's enough talking about all the coming up projects. That's not what we're working on right now. What we are working on, tractors. These little fellers right here. So, guys, stick with us. We're going to get we're going to get us some food. We're hungry. So, guys, hang tight. We'll be back and see if we can't get this one to run. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Guys, it's a different night, of course. We built that nice little heater unit back there, and as you can see, it's so warm that we got the garage door up and the t-shirts on.
Don't need it.
74 degrees. It's February. Anyways, we're going to get on this thing tonight. We're going to get the carburetor off of it, sand on the flywheel and the magneto, see if we can't get it sparking again, see if we can't get this rig fired up tonight. We got a gas tank clean out. Gas tank's very full of crud and rust. Battery is no good, so we'll have to jump it. But anyway, see if we can't get this beast fired up tonight. I finally got the carburetor off of it, and here's what you're dealing with. There's your carburetor, of course your intake manifold. So what we still got to do yet is we still got to pull these bolts out and get this carburetor off of this intake, because that's all gummed up. So Let's get that apart and see how bad that is inside. Alright, I got them 2 bolts out. Well, it's plugged up the spider's nest. I don't know if you can see down in there or not, but looks like we got some, just maybe some algae, some kind of a rusty looking algae growing on the inside of that. Kind of rusty in the intake part too where it's set. Not so worried about that. We'll clean that up as well, but the carburetor, a little grimy looking on top just from grease and grass and dirt from where we run it before. But what I'm curious about is what's going on down in here. So we'll get you guys in here. Let's pop this bowl off the top and see what we've got. No better workplace than your pants leg. Don't tell Hannah. If she sees this, I'm going to be told... No, not really. Not really. That's what we've got. Too big a screwdriver for this. Yep. It's also got a smaller Phillips. Let's see what this one will do. Got 4 bolts, Phillips or flathead style cap screws down in here. So let's pop this off, see how bad it is. I know I've had this carburetor off once before after I bought the tractor. I think it came up that I bought this thing in 2016 or 2017 off my neighbor, and because he wasn't sure how he was going to get the grill or the hood put back on, he was going to take the motor off and sell it, and said the rest of the tractor was old, so he was going to junk the rest of the tractor and sell the motor. And I asked him, I said, what are you going to do with that? And he said, well, I'm just going to junk it. So, you know, me being the lover of old junk, we couldn't allow that to happen. So I actually mowed with it 2 or 3 seasons in a row right after I bought it. It mowed really good. The PTO on the side of it, that well, it just kind of kicks the puts tension on the belt for the belt to run the deck. Just wallered and wore, and we're going to have to tighten that up. Reason I quit using it and started using the John Deere ride mower that I have now, which is also another old tractor. Lord, these things are long-winded. I don't know why we had to have them so long. Oh, okay. There's that. Let's see what we got here. Oh, gosh. Oh, okay. Hammer. There we go. It's coming loose now. Try not to ruin these gaskets because I don't have any more. Oh, shoot. Okay, maybe. Well, here, lay that down somewhere. I think we got lucky on this one. Ah, nope, it ripped. Well, okay. Come on, little fella. There we go. Ew. Yeah, so, I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but it is just clear full of, well, that's mud, like a dirt dauber's been down in it. Let's pull these floats out. Oh, the needle actually fell out. Let's get that needle valve out. Oh yeah, look at the crud that's just down in there. So good thing we went ahead and pulled it off. I knew we was going to have to, just for how long it sat and what the inside of that tank looked like. So I'm gonna get this thing cleaned up. Just gonna take like a drain pan and probably put some gasoline in it or something of that nature, and see if we can't scrub this thing up. A toothbrush is usually what I like to use. We'll take some air and blow it out after we let some stuff run through it. So we'll get this. Looks like that gasket held up pretty well. Probably reuse that one. This one we do have a crack along the side. I think it'll be okay. It's I think we'll go ahead and try to use it. Might put a little tiny bit of something on there. But anyway, we'll get this thing cleaned up. We'll be back with you guys and show how this is going to go. Now, these ones are pretty simple. They're not like as bad as like a carburetor. So like with this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it mostly together. I do have a jet right here. Now I am going to pull that jet out, and I'll make sure I clean it, blow down through, like right in here where the needle goes for the floats. It's pretty plugged up. This whole fuel line is just cracked up. It's hard as a rock. Take that off. So yeah, so we'll get to work on this, and let's see if we can get this straightened out. And it made a nice, easy hole about that big. And well, I'll just show you here, so that way we can get to the flywheel. So there's our flywheel. Look it down in there. We've got a magneto on this side and this side. The twin cylinder engine. Whoa, let's see if I can't destroy the intake manifold. Twin cylinder. So we will take these coil packs off, magnetos, take them off, and we'll have to clean up the bottom side of them. Have to clean up this flywheel really well. It's got a magnet spins around on it. That's where your fire comes from. So we will take and get that sanded up and cleaned up. But we do have a nice, easy way of getting down into it now. As you can see just me rubbing that, how it's already coming off. So shouldn't be too bad. I know that's why we don't have spark, because this thing did run well before I parked it up. So we'll get that cleaned up, get the carburetor cleaned up. Hopefully we'll hear this thing pop off tonight. So guys, as you can see on the right side there of that flywheel, I have it back shiny. But as I spin it around, there's that magnet that I was talking about. It comes around and hits those coils, and once the magnet comes together there with the coils, that's where your spark comes from, sending each spark plug their spark. And so as you can tell, I mean, that thing is, it's very, very thick down in there. Shiny? Not shiny. So we're going to keep right at it here and see if we, oops, I think I blocked the mic. We're going to keep right at it here and see if we can get this cleaned off. As you can tell by the sound of my voice, the allergies are real. I don't know who else is dealing with the allergies, but you know, if you guys want to put it down in the comments, you guys dealing with the sinus and allergy stuff too? I mean, it is real. Are you dealing with it?
Yeah.
You got it too?
Headaches.
Oh, that might be me. I might be a headache. But anyway, we're going to keep right after this, see if we can't finish getting this cleaned up. Can see now, all the way around the flywheel. There's that magnet. We finally got it scrubbed up. It's a pretty deep crevice down here. Can't really get into that, and that don't matter anyway. But all the way around, it is shiny again. So what we got to do now is we got to pull these coils off, sand the bottom side of those, and then we will be able to put those back on, and we should have spark. So while we get that off, I had a guy that actually I bought this off of. He was a lawn and garden technician for Sears for many, many years. And then after the Sears garden tractors became Craftsman, and so he worked for him for many, many years, and he told me, he said the best way to get that real close is to take a piece of newspaper and put between that. Tighten it down and then slip the newspaper out. He said, and that's about the gappage that you want. So I don't know if that's exactly spec, but it works, and it's always worked every time I've ever used it. So little tip for you guys on these. Just get you a piece of newspaper. Now, like a piece of printer paper or something like that is too thick, and you want the newspaper part that has no ink on it. So like on the corners, you want a piece of newspaper as the width of that. So get you real close to it anyway. Okay, so what we're going to do right here is we got this spark tester. This side will go in the plug wire, this side will go on the plug. There's a light bulb in here. It's going to flash if we got spark. So before we get the coil bolt back on, while we can still, or not the coil, but the carburetor, before we get the carburetor bolted back on, while we can still get in here to the coils and the flywheel, we're going to go ahead and put this in on both sides and make sure we got spark on both sides. As long as we do, then we're going to go ahead and get the carburetor put back on, dump some fuel in it, see if we can get this thing to go. So that goes on just like that. Jake's getting ready to set the battery in now. And what we're going to do is keep an eye on that light bulb to see if it sparkles. Huh. Okay. So we're going to see why it don't spin. Go ahead. Oh yeah, we got fire. Heck yeah.
So is it our switch then?
No, because we're getting power through it because it's coming here. Might be just connections here. So we might have to try that key again. Nothing. Okay. So there might be something wrong in this solenoid. We'll try to clean these connections up here and see if we got anything. But we did have sparkles. I didn't know if you guys seen the light bulb. I'm going to switch to the other side real quick and have him jump it again. Make sure we got sparkles on the other side. That's great. That's what I thought. Get in there now. Okay, there's that clip on. Alright, check his side. Oh boy. There we go. Screw the camera up. Alright, check it again.
Oh wait, make sure the key's on.
Yep.
It wasn't.
It wasn't, that's good. Yep, we got fire on that side. Alright, so that took care of our firing problem. So what we're going to do now, guys, is we're going to go ahead and get the carburetor put back on and see if we can't dump a little fuel down in it and see if we can get this thing to pop off. Alright, so there's the carburetor and intake bolted back on. One thing I got to do yet to get this throttle linkage hooked back up, I wallered on it, and I've got a little rod that runs over for the throttle, so what I'm going to have to do, because of just trying to get that whole mechanism to twist, I'm going to go ahead and pop the top back off this carburetor so I can get that throttle in on this side over here. So let's do that real fast, and then everything will be hooked back up, and we'll be ready to see if this old girl lights off. Oh, don't roll the stove. Well, what'd you do? Ah, mercy. Okay. Oh, big guy alert. Oh, can't roll around. Oh, cracks in the concrete. What is this here? Let's just get that out the way. Popping this back off. You know, because that's the story of our life. Let's redo everything that we've already done. Okay, another one. Got a lot of this junk out of this carburetor too, guys. It was nasty. We went ahead and put a new piece of fuel line here. The fuel line here goes over to the fuel pump. I forgot half of the parts at my house, so we're doing this at Jake's house. So I got the fuel pump and air cleaner and all the bolts for the shroud and you know that stuff done at my house. And it's late, but I think gonna stop us from hearing it run tonight.
I think that late.
Well, it's dark 30. So, as you can tell, gas tank's not in it. We have a car battery sitting in place of it. It takes like a little skinny battery, but my battery is completely shot. So, couldn't even get the charger to register that it was even a battery.
Did you get this side
Now,
tightened?
where did, yes. Where did I do with the throttle linkage now? No. There's a little short one goes right here. Oh, it's in it. Oh, so, you know, it's looking right at it. That's where it was. Oh my gosh, it goes right on like that. Would you believe it? I don't. Well, I'm looking right at it. I got to. Did you bring me a bottle of water?
I did. I also brought some combos.
What are they a combo of? Pretzel and
goodness.
cheese?
Yep.
That worked out fantastic on putting that linkage on.
That's your water.
Thanks.
Can I see if I can mop this thing over?
Well, just hold your horses
So,
there.
when you guys didn't know, I found a blown fuse. Found a blown fuse.
I was dramatic on that. Thought you'd like that.
Replaced the fuse. We haven't tried it yet because, well,
I have
they
my
made
hands
it
by the
so
flywheel.
easy to work on.
This thing sucks. And if you can't tell, the engine has to set in it backwards. And the original engine done the same thing. And the hydraulic pump, where it's a hydrostatic drive, comes, well, down in that way. But it bolts right to the flywheel, the flywheel of the engine. That end. I've been working a long time, smelled a lot of gas fumes, guys. Tighten this up. Oh, that one's stripped. That's good. Round it out. How many of you listen to bluegrass music? That's a standby around here. Well, we play bluegrass music.
Yeah,
Bluegrass gospel flavored. All right, try it.
Well, I gotta hook it up.
Try the little switch since you changed the fuse. Try hold this. That's another thing we'll probably do on the next episode is the gas tank is rotten. Main thing we want to do tonight is just hear this thing fire off. As long as it fires off, then I'll get everything. Well, that didn't help you, did it? Piece of. All right, so.
Well, what was the fuse doing then?
I don't know. Maybe it's for headlights that don't have.
Not good, Sam. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go get some True Fuel, and we'll just try to jump this thing over and see if it'll pop off.
All right.
Where's True Fuel?
Ben.
Well. So if any of you guys watched my explained video, and as the views are low, I can tell you did not. So you don't know this. I got a defibrillator, and I'm not supposed to work on things of electrical charge, so we're going to let Jake use a screwdriver and cross over the starter solenoid again. You ready? See if we can't fill this. That's probably definitely flooded. Now, see if we can't hear this thing light off. Why did I put the... It's right here. You want the big one?
I was using a small one, but...
Well, here's a small one too if you'd rather have a small one. Which one do you want?
Okay.
All
I've
right,
already arced this to death.
There you go. Alright, here, let me set this down.
See if I can drag it over.
No, it ain't in gear back here, is it?
I don't know. Don't look like it.
Okay, well, let's try it. I'll get off to the side here. See if this thing will pop off. Choke it, maybe?
Maybe.
I'll try. Okay, maybe.
Maybe.
Nice! My eyes are clear full. Oh my gosh, the crap that blowed out of this thing was unreal.
That's set for a while.
Okay, let's do that again. Oh Lord. Ah, I dumped it everywhere on that one. Okay, I'll run the
Combination of
Show later.
and combos.
I'd call that a success.
Where'd my stuff go?
What did what?
I don't know.
Did you lose your combos?
No, I still got them.
As long as you didn't lose combos.
I've been eating on them the whole
See if
time.
we can't do it again here.
Alright.
It's probably got plenty in it. I'm not going
That's
to.
a warm screwdriver.
I'm not going to put. You want the bigger one again? Or
No.
now?
No. Aw.
What'd you do? Cable pop off? Okay, try again. Well, maybe not. Let me put some in it then. It's gonna smoke too because it's got that oil mixed in.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh, no, yeah.
Oh, Lord. Okay, well anyways, it runs. I have to get that tank cleaned. I don't know what was spraying in my face, but by golly, it wasn't doing it. I think it was shooting moisture out of that. Maybe we better try one more time. You guys want to do one? Let's just for the views, you know? Alright, for the views, here we go. Once more. Okay, that's all I can do. My eyes can't take no more. Alright guys, so you have seen us dig out the abandoned trailer. You've seen us load an abandoned tractor. You've seen us get said tractor to run. So we got parts to get. We got possibly a switch to get. It's not working with the key. We're having to jump over. So we got to run, test, make sure it's, the key switch or the solenoid, one of the two, is bad. So we're going to have to do that. We got some more connections we need to clean up. We're going to do that too. I got to get the parts from the house. We're going to get the shroud and all that stuff put back on. But get us a new battery. Then we'll have to come back and clean the tank. So guys, stay tuned for part 2 of this build. Revival, whatever, the lawnmower. Then after we got all the mechanics to the engine and things back good to go, then we're going to be seeing if we can get the grill and the hood mounted back on it and get the looks of it back together. Also have some work to do to the deck. Found out tonight when I was trying to rotate the engine over by hand that something in the deck assembly is froze up. So we're going to have to address that and see what's going on there. So guys, we've got a lot more work to do on this. But guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that notification bell and like and subscribe. If you've not subscribed yet, looking at the analytics on the views, somewhere's about 3% of you have actually subscribed to the channel. So guys, we thank you guys for the ones that have subscribed. We ask if you're watching that you please consider subscribing. It don't cost you anything. It's free to hit subscribe. But guys, thank you for supporting what we do. If you want to continue seeing this old junk, I don't know when we became the farm and garden channel, but you know, the last few videos were the farm and garden channel. But got some interesting stuff coming up. Getting ready to start working on that 59 Cadillac down home. So if you want to see it, we've got some body work to do. Actually sitting right behind you guys is the 69 Charger General Lee that we're going to build. So guys, got a lot to do. Herbie's over here in the corner. He needs a clutch and things. We got lots to do. But for now, guys, like, subscribe, comment. Let us know what you want to see. Let us know what we do. Tell us if we're doing a bad job. Tell us if we're doing a good job. But guys, we do thank you ever so much for subscribing. Continue to subscribe. Share the videos. Guys, we love you. Good night and God bless you.